Every Rolls Royce is supposed to be three things: exclusive, luxurious, and outstanding. The $413,000 Rolls Royce Spectre, the company's first electric vehicle, is undeniably all of those things and presents no obstacle to achieving this goal. But it also looks boring. Since it fills the same niche as the Phantom Coupé, it is no surprise that Rolls-Royce refers to it as an ultra-luxury Electric Super Coupé. So what features will it have? Will it have the same luxuries as other Rolls-Royce series? Let's find out. The most superior product that Rolls-Royce has ever produced, that subhead is a direct quote from Rolls-Royce CEO Thorsten Müller-Ottwos, and he's probably correct. The modern EV can be a car or a product, a device, a toy. This is fine. A Miata is a cute little roadster toy. The Spectre is a giant luxo bargy coupe-y yachi toy. Both can act as cars, but that's less the point. What's important is, Rolls-Royce has officially entered the electric age in the modern day with Spectre. I say modern day since, as far back as 1900, the company's co-founder Charles Rolls had imagined an electric future, but gas won over electricity in the energy race, and so began the golden age of the combustion engine. Today, Rolls-Royce has confirmed that by 2030, its entire product portfolio will be fully electric, starting with this Spectre. Teased a year ago with just a name and a camouflaged image, with its elongated coupe body, refined sculpting, handcrafted cabin with a touch of sparkling theatre, Rolls-Royce's first flirtation with electricity is a truly luxurious motor car. If you like lights, by the way, Rolls-Royce does this thing where they put small stars everywhere. Usually those stars are reserved for the headliner, but the Spectre's doors have 4,796 softly illuminated stars. You know that bit in Silicon Valley where the annoying investor complains that he wants doors that open like this, and not billionaire doors that open in an interesting way? That's what this car is. Your rich, trust fund heir friend shows up in her Phantom after tossing soup on her Van Gogh or whatever, and the Phantom has a series of constellations on the roof, and then you can open the doors to your Spectre and say, "Sorry, sucker, I got the Milky Way on the freaking doors." And then your friend laughs, and you laugh because nothing matters when you have a safety net below you made of webbed titanium. The idea of an electric Rolls-Royce just feels right. The Rolls-Royce brand is all about supreme luxury. A Rolls-Royce is supposed to corset you. It's supposed to carry you down the road from your manor to the country club, peacefully and isolated from the outside world. The whole point of the Rolls-Royce experience is that it has to be relaxing and stress-free. If this is how you define what a Rolls-Royce is supposed to be, the right kind of powertrain for a Rolls is an electric one. The whisper-quiet luxury that's possible from a top-of-the-line electric powertrain really put the Spectre in a class of its own. It also looks great. The long bonnet and big grille, the largest grille fitted to a Rolls-Royce ever, by the way, is as traditionally Rolls as you can get, but it blends well with the more modern angular features. The split headlights, with the upper half being LED daytime running lights and the lower half being the main beams at the front, look really impressive. This is also true of the vertical tail lights. Side profile doors and that rear window that swoops back down to the boot are very much a callback to the Wraith. In addition, those split headlights nod back to the Phantom Coupé that predated the Wraith. It's all very, very fancy and much more of a visual spectacle than a lot of other EVs that are currently knocking around. The inside is classic Rolls too. There's been no attempt at all to do the typical EV thing of saving as much weight as possible. No expense has been spared on the interior. It's got exactly the same stuff you'd see in an ICE-powered Rolls in it. Inside, craftspeople created a suite of contemporary luxury that filled its large, comfortable space with even more personalized choices than ever before. For the first time on the production model, starlight doors depict a night sky as 4,796 softly illuminated stars shine above. The theme continues with an illuminated fascia where a constellation of over 5,500 stars surrounds the Spectre nameplate. The design of the all-new front seat shows off the finest of British tailoring. Lapel sections can be rendered in either matching or contrasting colors to the main base, with a choice of bespoke stitching, embroidery and intricate piping. Up top of the digital display, the completely redesigned digital architecture called Spirit also has almost near-infinite bespoke possibilities. It manages the car's functions. Integrated within the Whispers application, clients can interact with the car remotely as well as receive live information. Only the utmost luxury will do, and not even the EV doctrine of weight saving has been allowed to compromise that. This is a Rolls-Royce after all. It shall be done the Rolls-Royce way. No other way is acceptable. It even still has a traditional transmission tunnel that runs straight through the middle of the interior, albeit this isn't entirely for aesthetic reasons. Some of the batteries that power this Super Coupe are packaged inside that tunnel. But let's face it, a lot of the reason why it's still there is because it's part of the Rolls Royce way of making an interior. Rolls customers will still want it. Why not just keep it, even though there is no transmission and no drive shaft required to run through it anymore? This is why the Rolls Royce Spectre could be the most significant EV that's been made so far. People have been talking about the start of luxury EVs for years now. So far, we haven't had a proper luxury EV. Sure, you could call a Tesla Model S or a Porsche Taycan a luxury EV, but they're also both very sporty. The Mercedes EQS is a luxury EV, sure, but it's definitely not built to the same standards as a Rolls Royce. The Spectre is the original birth of the luxury EV. It's the true beginning of a coach-built electric future of the cars of the world's richest and most powerful individuals. There may be big celebrities, business leaders, and world leaders whose finest electric car will be the Spectre. This will be especially true for the ones who are more traditionalist about their cars and haven't been swayed by Tesla, BMW, or Mercedes. While Rolls-Royce is typically seen as a traditional British brand, it's one that's attracted a wider client base than you might think since BMW revitalized it in the 2000s. A whole gamut of influential people will end up being seen in a fancy-looking Spectre once they start hitting the streets. Everyone from business magnates to rappers to Hollywood stars will want their names on the order book for one. This will make it one of the most visible automotive status symbols in the world, a fully electric one too. The gravity of this really can't be understated. No matter where you are in the world, a Rolls Royce equals wealth, status and power. Sure, the early Teslas were something of a status symbol for some car-loving celebrities, but they didn't really inspire the public imagination that much. Rolls Royce Spectre on the other hand, well, it's a Rolls. It'll wow people anywhere it travels, regardless of what kind of powertrain is powering it. There's no denying the ability of a car as prestigious as a Rolls Royce to make everyone stop and stare. While a lot of purists will balk at the thought of any kind of electric vehicle, you really should pay attention to the Spectre. Before you know it, it's going to become a car that takes over global high society. It is a Rolls Royce after all. All Rolls Royces have become synonymous with the highest of taste and class. The Spectre, however, will be much more consequential than that. It's the first proper Rolls Royce for the upcoming electric car era. It embraces the future of the automotive industry whilst staying true to its Rolls Royce roots. The combination of both of those things is going to make the Spectre an incredibly significant car. Perhaps it could be one of the most significant cars ever made. The final power, acceleration, and range figures are still being refined as fine-tuning enters its final phase. However, preliminary data shows Spectre will have an all-electric estimated EPA range of up to 260 miles and offer 577 horsepower. In addition, it is anticipated to achieve 0 to 60 miles per hour in 4.4 seconds. With many months of testing and optimization of Spectre, these figures are subject to change ahead of official confirmation before market launch in Q4 of 2023. Rolls-Royce didn't reveal a price for all this, but ABC News says it's $413,000, which sounds about right. I'm sure your local Rolls-Royce dealer will take your order now, but delivery isn't until Q4 2023, so you'll just have to drive one of your many other cars until then. And there you have it, that's the luxury of the Rolls Royce Spectre. And if you want to know how Sam Bankman-Fried and his FTX empire destroyed crypto millionaires' capacity to buy the Spectre, watch this next video to see how it all happened. We hope you enjoyed today's video, and we thank you for staying with us till the end. Please make sure to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for all new and upcoming videos. We have new ones every week. Until then, we'll see you at the next one.